away just to see him smile. I remember going on the bridge my grandpa built that's in my grandma and grandpa's backyard and holding his hand tight so I won't fall. Another memory we had together was when I always wanted to play the drums with him, but was always too scared to ask him, but would always find the courage to ask him. My aunt told me this story because I was just a baby, but still made my heart light up hearing it now. But when I was born, my grandfather, that we call Papa, was racing to the hospital just to hold me. The hospital that I was born at was the hospital he passed at. When I was younger, I would always play with the butterfly toys at my grandpa's work. I would always make them a family, a mom, a dad, a baby, a grandma, and a grandpa. I would always show my Papa his butterfly. I hope he flies high just like a butterfly. I also remember him dressing up as Santa. I used to cry and whine of scaredness until I found out it was him. Kept it a secret so I could take a photo with him every year. Also, I remember all the moments in the basement, looking at the trains, looking at his tall actor chair, and the drums. My grandpa had many hospital visits, but always fought through them. Any hospital visit we had, he would put a smile on someone's face. He would always make it look easy. I know this is a heartbreaking day, and I'm sure he would want us to be happy that he's not in pain anymore. I love my grandpa so much, and I will miss him forever.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Adrianna, one of my grandpa's 3 grandchildren. My grandpa and I shared many memories together, and they are memories I will cherish for the rest of my life. Some of my favorite memories were spending time with him in his basement, playing on his drum sets and looking at his trains. He would always tell me and my siblings that one day we would reorganize the trains with him and make them even better than they were before. When I was little, he would let me do just about anything. I remember him letting me do his makeup, and when I would go to work with him, I would hide in a cardboard box and become a package for him to open. One thing he always made sure we knew was that he was the first person to hold me after my parents once I was born. He told me that story proudly over and over again. And he never let us forget it. It was one of those stories that meant so much to him, and you can hear it in his voice when he told it. One of the last memories I have with him was shortly after he came home from rehab. My sister had brought a balloon, and somehow it ended up between the two of us, and we sat there passing it back and forth while he was sitting on his famous Papa chair. It was such a simple moment, but it was one that I'll always remember. What I remember most about my grandpa is how much he loved his family. He loved to talk about his acting career, and he had a great sense of humor. He could always make people laugh and had a way of making even ordinary moments feel special. One of the things I'll always remember is how he dressed up as Santa every Christmas. Seeing him become Santa just for us was just another example of how much he loved his family and how much happiness he wanted to bring to all of us. My grandfather would be missed greatly, and I know that he would be happy to see everyone here today to celebrate his life and say goodbye. Although it's hard to imagine life without him, I'm grateful for the memories we shared and the love he gave to all of us. Those memories will stay with me forever. Thank you.